Mastercard just launched a payment system for AI agents, not for humans, for AI agents. They can now spend money on your behalf on their own. And that is only the third most significant thing that happened in the last 60 days. Because while you were using AI chatbots, 3 of the biggest companies on earth quietly dismantled them. Not with a press release, not with a strategy announcement. It was buried across product updates, blog posts, and earnings calls. And when you connect the dots, what they actually built is not a better chatbot. It is a replacement for one. In this video, I'm going to connect those dots. What Anthropic, Microsoft, and Google each built, why every piece of it was rolled out quietly, and the cost shift already happening that turns your flat AI subscription into something that bills you by the hour, like a contractor who clocks in and out. Let me start with Anthropic and what they shipped without ever calling it what it actually was. AI agents had been running workflows for over a year before this. The problem was they could only operate software that had an API. Every legacy system, every internal tool, every dashboard without a developer integration, agents could not touch it. You still needed a human to log in, navigate the interface, and execute the actual steps. Anthropic's computer use removed that constraint entirely. Instead of requiring an API, computer use lets the agent operate any software through the visual interface, exactly like a human operator would. It reads your screen via screenshot, coordinates the cursor to exact pixel locations, clicks the target button, takes another screenshot to verify the state changed, and repeats. If you give it a workflow, pulling data from a messy spreadsheet, logging into a CRM, creating client profiles, triggering an onboarding sequence, it does not write you code. It physically navigates the interface and runs the process. That is the unlock that made agents viable at scale. Not just software with clean APIs, any software, full stop. But removing that API wall exposed another problem. When an AI chains multiple steps together, errors stack. If each step is 90% accurate, a 5-step workflow succeeds less than 60% of the time. Context rot sets in. The model loses the thread. At that failure rate, an agent is not useful for real business workflows. It is a liability. That is why Anthropic acquired Vercept, to fix the precision gap inside that loop. Computer use gave agents the framework. What it lacked was reliable UI recognition, knowing not just that a button exists, but exactly which pixel it occupies on any given screen. Vercept built a dedicated model for that. 92% accuracy on UI element identification against 18% for comparable models. That targeting precision is what pushed Claude Sonnet 4.6 to 72% on OS World. Real-world software tasks, not control tests. Taken together, what Anthropic built was not an upgrade to Claude. It was the operating layer for a digital workforce. Now take that execution layer and hand it to Microsoft's enterprise sales team. Microsoft did not upgrade Copilot. They restructured it. The consumer chat tools, the ones you may have tried and abandoned, are being deprioritized. What Microsoft is actually building is business-to-employee agents deployed as background infrastructure across entire organizations. TELUS, one of the biggest telecom companies in Canada, is the data point they are not leading with. 57,000 employees. Their contact center teams now have AI working alongside them in real time, routing incoming calls, pulling account history before a rep picks up, summarizing case notes on the fly. It was not announced company-wide. It was deployed as infrastructure. You find out when you log in and things work differently. And here is what they are not telling you about the cost. When an AI agent handles a workflow that runs for hours, reading emails, updating databases, pushing notifications, logging decisions, it is consuming compute continuously. IT departments are now tracking compute usage per agent. The flat monthly software subscription model is ending. What is replacing it is an hourly compute rate, billed like a contractor based on the processing power the agent uses to run your workflows. You are no longer buying software. You are hiring a digital employee, and that employee clocks in and out. Google took the same approach, but they moved it into your daily routine before you even open your laptop. Google did not build a better chatbot. They built Gemini Spark, a background agent running 24/7 on Google Cloud, designed to eliminate the manual routing you do every day. Instead of you opening Gmail, checking your calendar, looking at project files, and synthesizing what needs to happen, Gemini Spark does that synthesis before you log on. You open your screen to a consolidated action dashboard. The routing already happened. You are just there to approve. And this is where we come back to Mastercard. Agent Pay is not an AI product. It is a financial protocol. It uses tokenization technology to issue unique agentic tokens that tie a specific AI agent to a specific user while completely isolating the actual payment credentials. The agent transacts across multiple vendor websites simultaneously, cross-referencing prices, monitoring for drops, processing payments, using its token, not your card number. You set the constraints, budget, dates, preferences. The agent handles execution. It does not return a list of links, it returns a finished itinerary with a receipt. When Mastercard builds the payment rail, the consumer infrastructure for AI agents is not coming, it is already live. Which brings up the question nobody was asking out loud. If an AI agent can see your screen, operate your desktop, and now spend your money, what happens when it makes a mistake? That question is exactly why the rollout was so quiet. When an AI can see your physical environment, operate your desktop, and spend your money using a financial token tied to your identity, the existing security infrastructure cannot contain it. An agent that hallucinates a step does not just give you a wrong answer. It clicks the wrong button. It submits the wrong form. It charges the wrong amount. Before any of this could be publicly deployed at scale, a containment layer had to be built first. So that is what they built. Each company embedded the same principle into their infrastructure. The agent cannot reach beyond what it is given permission to touch. If a workflow fails mid-execution, the environment resets. If the agent tries to access a file it was never authorized to open, the operating system blocks it. If a payment token gets misused, the financial protocol isolates the damage before it reaches your actual credentials. The agent runs in a box, and the box has walls. The reason none of this was announced as a grand strategy shift is because you cannot announce it until the box exists. You cannot tell the public that AI agents are spending money and operating desktops until you can guarantee the walls hold. They did not announce the agent era until the containment was built. That is why it felt like it happened overnight. It did not. They built the cage first. Here is what this means for you. The transition is not pending. 57,000 people already work alongside agents. Mastercard's payment rail is already live. Microsoft is already billing compute by the hour. Google is already synthesizing your inbox before you open it. Your $20 a month chatbot subscription is not being replaced by a better chatbot. It is being replaced by infrastructure that operates your software, manages your calendar, and processes your payments, and bills the company running it like a contractor. The people who win in this environment will not be the ones who know the most about AI. They will be the ones who understand how to direct it, how to define the constraints, structure the workflow, set the guardrails, and verify the output when something breaks. The chatbot era asked you to have a conversation with AI. The agent era asks you to be an orchestrator. The question is not whether you are ready for this transition. The question is whether you realized it already happened. Let me know in the comments, have you already encountered agents running in your workflow, or did you not notice until right now? Thanks for watching Sunny on AI, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care.